AADC is a rare brain disease. It's an inborn error of metabolism. It affects the neurotransmitters dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine is a precursor to catecholamines, so it affects catecholamines, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. And serotonin, obviously, is a 5-HTP is the precursor to that. And so in the end, I guess in lay terms, it affects all of your body's functions. So dopamine controls all of your body's movements. It controls your heart conduction, your autonomic nervous system. It controls all of your body's movements. There are a lot of various issues that go hand in hand with it. A lot of the kids present differently. Significant illness is going to present more severe, where children are going to be affected with all the signs and symptoms. And then it would move in a path where you've got a moderate deficiency where you have a little bit more movement. And I feel the kids that have a little bit more movement show a little bit more promise with some of the agonist type medications. So those are the medications that you're going to give to help promote some of the movement that they already have. And then you've got children that are a little bit less affected, where they walk and talk, but they have more of a autistic type behavior. And they also may even have the oculogyric crises. I think that in the end, that's what overall affects most of the kids. And that's I think the key symptom with all of what's going on with these children are that oculogyric crisis, where their eyes, meaning ocular, are severely affected, and then all of their limbs are affected, and they actually they have abnormal posturing. When I say abnormal posturing, it's all limbs. It would be your head, your arms, your legs. Your body will twist in abnormal positions. Your eyes roll back into your head. Your tongue becomes very edematous. You have severe sweating or diaphoresis. You have inability to swallow, and that's where your increased secretions come in. So that means your gut's not working. There are a lot of tremors. A lot of kids have, inability to move purposefully. So their body tremors in your hands, in your feet, sometimes all over. And these episodes, these oculogyric crises, they can come into play at a very early age. My daughter's crises came into play around 3 months of age. However, we didn't have a diagnosis and we didn't know what was wrong at 3 months of age. She didn't get diagnosed until she was 5 months of age. But at 3 months, she started presenting with severe sweating. She had ptosis of the eyes, where her eyelids were very droopy. She had abnormal neurological inhibition, where she would, late in the afternoon, it was probably almost like a crisis, but the eyes weren't involved yet. She would hyperextend her head and her shoulders and her neck, and almost go into like an epistatonus type posture, where her body was in a complete arch, and then her limbs would jerk and act almost like seizure-like activity. So in the beginning, it was really difficult for us to even know what was wrong. We just knew there was something wrong. She was also, outside of these crises, she was very hypotonic. So her muscles were very loose, very lax. She had no purposeful movement. She was like a rag doll in a sense.